Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Legacy of the Rimlen Dragging Drunk People Around edition. So, before we go into what happened last time, as usual, I'm going to ask these lovely people to introduce themselves and talk about themselves. I rolled some dice in the background. The dice have decided that Dely should go ahead and introduce themselves first. Dely, can you please go ahead?
Of course. Hi everyone, I'm Dely, and as usual I am playing Muninn. They are a traveling scholar from the University of Brightland, and yeah, currently sort of hoping that their books that they stole haven't been sort of double stolen, if that makes sense.
I guess we will see. Thank you very much, Dely. And next, the dice have decided that Show&Tell should go ahead and introduce herself first. Can you please go ahead, Show&Tell?
Sure. Hi, I'm Show&Tell. I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a peasant boy, a mute peasant boy.
By the way, sorry, I wasn't showing the right thing. I was showing your outro screens. My bad. This is Anghel. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay. Should I start over? Or?
No. We'll go on. We'll go on.
I lost my train of thought. Okay, and he's out to find his kidnapped sister. Also, turns out that he's very good at catching books, so that's nice.
Wood carving too.
Yeah, but that we kind of do already.
Sure. True. Thank you, Show&Tell. This is Dely's character, Muninn. They are a scholar from Brightland, as Dely said, art by Ashen. Yeah, I'm just showing it on screen because I showed the wrong thing. My bad. Okay, next we have, speaking of the artist, Ashen. Can you please introduce yourself and your character?
Oh, it's me! Yes, I'm Ash, and I'm playing as Illona, my exiled noblewoman, who so far has managed to stay out of trouble pretty well, but now she's carrying a drunk Sean, and like keeping a bottle in his one hand, and like, yeah, we'll see how this go.
We will see indeed. That's, yeah. So, last time, as Ashen just mentioned, all the player characters reunited after Muninn and Anghel snuck away from the monastery with some very, very precious books. Muninn decided that, like, in order to, like, not be seen with the books in the city, they'll hide them in a tree at the eastern entrance of the city. Now, they have to exit the city via the west, or at least that's, like, their stated objective. So how they plan to get the books from there and take them through the city to the other entrance, I guess we'll see. But meanwhile, Ashen, you wandered the markets where you discovered Jean arguing with a bunch of mercenaries. Apparently the mercenaries were selling some of his comrades, and Jean didn't really like that, and he got shot for it. And while you took care of him, eventually you reunited with Anghel and Muninn, traveling back into the city after depositing those books. You guys then went to the central church where the priest like healed him just like that with a not a flash but like a short prayer, and that's about it. John's completely healed. As you exited the church, John was like, okay, now we are gonna go in guns blazing and rescue my people, and you knocked him out unconscious because he is a danger to himself and those around him. And your current plan at the moment was Anghel would go back to the market where he heard that Joseph, your other companion, was... he heard Joseph singing there, and to retrieve him and presumably leave or whatever else. While Illona and Muninn and Miku, carrying the unconscious Jean, would work their way to the stowed away books, retrieve them, and I guess we'll see from there, pretty much. So, while I turn on the background music, I would like to ask you all, who should we begin the session with? Anghel or Illona and Muninn?
I don't really mind.
Yeah, me neither.
I was going to say that. Okay.
Thanks.
So,
I guess we should start. I guess we should start with Anghel just because like his journey will take less time, and like by the time Anghel will finish with the market, Illona and Muninn would arrive at like the eastern entrance of the city.
okay.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like in terms of time scaling and all that. Okay.
Mhm.
So Anghel, you're wandering through the markets. You remember that the market was more or less informally split into two, with the northern section selling slaves and the southern section selling like more common goods. Joseph was in the more common goods section. You heard his lovely as always singing, though he was kind of obscured by the crowd, so you didn't like get a good look at him. So now you wander back through the markets. Can you give me a careful check? Difficulty. Actually, 2 careful checks. Both difficulty 2.
Okay. Why? How did that happen? Okay. So.
And then
Oh,
and
two,
another
two,
one.
right. Okay.
Okay. You're having a bit of trouble finding Joseph. You don't hear his singing. I'll allow you to try again after like some time has passed, obviously. The other careful check, you hear a lot of like mumblings from the market, from like random people in the market, and a bunch of them are saying, why aren't people from like the beyond the forest to the south coming to the market? They knew it was a market. You hear someone saying, "Oh yeah, my cousin should have come today to sell some grain. Why hasn't he come to the market?" Stuff like that.
Okay, people from the south, meaning.
Meaning, like they would have traveled through the forest you guys came from, if you remember.
Yeah, but is it like? Do we know like what people are talking about? Like, do we know?
Basically, again, the people are like gossiping that there was supposed to be like other people to come who would come and sell things, like local farmers mostly, who would come and sell their produce from the villages to the south, and none of them have come, and they're wondering what's that about.
Okay, it has nothing to do with what, like an Anghel guess. I mean,
Nothing to do with what specifically?
I don't know, with something that happened that we know of. I mean, I'm thinking, there was the whole thing with Mother of the Forest. That was to the south, right?
Yes.
But I don't think it will affect so many people. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
Okay.
you're free to speculate. None of the people you're like listening in on seem to like offer a reason or as to why they might be delayed. Well, the people from the south, they're just saying, "Hey, they're not here. What's going on?"
Okay. Worrying, I guess.
So you spend some time again, like wondering about the market, not succeeding in finding Joseph. Can you give me again 2 more careful rolls, and I will roll something else?
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. With that roll, that 7 was for finding Joseph, and you find the crap out of him with a critical success.
Yeah, it seems.
Mm-hmm. As for the -1, no, that was my -1. My bad. The -1. You see a little kid coming up to you, attempting to pickpocket you.
Oh no, I have all those coins. I forgot. So I'm not especially quick, so I don't think.
It's a little kid though. he hasn't like snuck his hand in your pocket yet. He's like creeping behind you at this point.
So I guess Anghel kind of puts his hand on his pocket before he can reach it.
You hear a frustrated muttering as the kid moves on to someone else.
Okay.
Okay. So you find Joseph as you like push your way through the crowds. Yeah, you don't see him singing. Instead, you see him conversing with someone that I'll put on screen. This gentleman, who is dressed like a nobleman, like a boyar, and
Hey.
surprisingly enough, they're like clapping each other on the back, like they seem to be like really close, like buddies. And the boyar is asking, Joseph, you really should come by the estate this evening. You said you were traveling with a few of your friends. And Joseph, yes. And the boyar will like sort of give him a nudge and say, are they your are they guests for the wedding? Come on, you haven't given me an invitation yet. And Joseph just like looks down, suddenly sad, and says, that there might be a few issues with that. You see the scene like playing out.
Okay. I kind of think Anghel's like kind of waiting, like kind of beside him, like he's not really interrupting. He's just like standing there, kind of glowering, I think, with his arms crossed.
Let's see if either of them notice you. Okay, just Joseph does. As he like looks away a bit sad, he like sees you there, and like he suddenly like lights up, says, Miron, this is Anghel. And the nobleman looks, oh, the wood carver that Joseph's been talking about. Come here, boy, come here.
Okay, I guess Anghel comes. Kind of reluctantly, though.
The nobleman like extends a hand to like shake yours.
Okay, Anghel shakes it.
It's a very enthusiastic shake, and the nobleman says, Joseph's been telling me a lot of stories about you over the... Would it be years or months, Show&Tell?
Over the... I mean, what is he talking about? Like,
I'm referring to how long has Joseph known a certain character from your backstory?
oh, okay. Years or months. Maybe getting close to a year or something, I think.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. So the boyar will say, again, that Joseph's been telling me a lot of stories about you over this past year. You know he comes through the city very often. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Maybe you can make me one of those wooden sculptures you're so famous for. And Joseph like looks embarrassed and like shrugs at you with a smile.
So cute, I'm just saying. Okay, Anghel kind of shrugs. I guess he doesn't mind. I mean, okay. Like,
the nobleman like puts his hand on your shoulder and like and another one on Joseph's and says, "Say, why don't you and your group stay for the night at my estate? Joseph's been telling me that you've been having a rough go of it for the past few days. Bandits, can you believe that? What do you say?" Oh, sorry, no offense intended.
Why would we be offended? I didn't get that.
Because he said, "What do you say when you can't say?"
Oh, okay. Didn't get that. Well, it's not up to him really to like I don't know, how does he convey that he needs to check with the others?
Give me a flashy roll, I suppose. Difficulty 2.
Okay, I added a flashy, so let's see. Oh,
You make some hand gestures, I don't know. Probably like a hand gestures like signifying that you need to like bring people together to like consult on this decision, and the nobleman like takes his hand from your shoulder and says, you're right, my mistake, I was rushing things. Well, Joseph, you know where my estate is, so if you all need some lodging for the night, come and find me, will you? And Joseph says, of course, and they shake hands and embrace each other, and the nobleman extends his hand to shake yours once again.
okay, Anghel shakes it. I mean, I feel like they're so nice, and Anghel's just not in the mood, so it's kind of sad.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and the nobleman says, we'll see you tonight, you two. And if you don't come by, Joseph, you'll owe me some more of that wine from St. Paris, right? Yeah, of course. And the boyar like waves at you and walks towards the exit to the market, presumably back to his house.
Okay.
And Joseph like looks at you and says, I haven't told you about Miron, have I? He's a nice fellow for a boyar.
Seems like it. I mean, Anghel kind of nods. Kind of.
So, how have you all been? Where's everyone else?
Angel's pointing. Did we say where we were going to meet?
I remember you guys established that. I remember you guys making a point of establishing a meeting point, but I don't remember where.
Me neither.
Wasn't it? I mean, I could be mistaken. I think it was either like in the markets. Although I'm just thinking, why would it be the market store? It might be the market store.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's a central landmark, so I guess it makes sense.
Okay, so we basically just... I guess we can just wait there.
Well, again, maybe you guys decided not to meet in the market itself because it's crowded.
Yeah, kind of outside. Yeah, kind of like maybe on the road, kind of. It's decided.
I think that makes sense. So you like guide Joseph to, like the main road next to the market.
Yep.
And as you get there, he sees that nobody's around yet and says, are we waiting for them? What's going on?
Anghel nods.
While we wait, I really should tell you more about Miron. He really is a wonderful guy, and he will proceed to babble, unless you stop him, to like babble on for minutes on end about like Miron's life story, and I don't know how much attention Anghel is paying.
Barely any.
Okay.
He's just like, whatever.
Maybe one thing you'll pick up on is that Miron likes writing books, writing chronicles. You make that. Maybe you pick up on that because of someone else who liked doing that in your backstory. But other than that, it's really just like babbling at this point.
Okay.
Okay, shall we check up on Illona and Muninn?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. Illona and Muninn, as you with Miku are dragging Jean. Who's holding Jean? Is it like which one of the three of you?
We're like two, one under each arm, right? I'm holding on one side and someone else.
Muninn or Miku?
Probably Miku, because I feel like Muninn would be like scavenging, you know?
Scavenging?
Well, not, you know, as in like looking around for like the books or whatever.
Right. I'm going to roll something. Give me a second. Okay. If you guys would remember last time, You rolled some dice to like establish the difficulty of how hard would it be for people to notice that John was not drunk, for instance. Okay, the roll was to see if people noticed. They do not notice that something is wrong. They just think you're dragging around a drunk friend or whatever.
Wow.
A fancy dressed drunk friend, but still a drunk friend.
In the middle of the day. But okay.
Times are tough.
Yeah.
He probably still smells like poop. If you remember when you freed him, he said that his captor didn't like let him go somewhere private to use the toilet.
Oh, crap.
Seriously?
Oh no.
So you're getting like a full, I don't know, full blast of that lovely smell. But otherwise, other than like Miku's disgusted expression, you will not be bothered on your way to like the eastern exit of the town. As you get there, you just a quick reminder, not saying you should do this now because you probably can't do it now, but Illona or Muninn, you also have the 2 letters Illona agreed to deliver.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
Just as a brief reminder of that little plot point. But yeah, as you make your way to the eastern portion of the town, you will see the 2 guardsmen. Isn't like the technically correct term, but I'll use it for simplicity's sake. The 2 guardsmen, before when you walked through there, they were like lazing about, but now they seem to be like standing at attention, and they are talking with 2 people that I will put on screen in a moment.
No.
This gentleman, as well as another one that where is that? There they are. This gentleman.
Ooh. Very fancy looking.
Yeah, he is wearing fancy clothes.
Hmm.
He doesn't look like a Rima, but who knows? Yeah. So you see them talking. Do you like approach? Do you like try to sidestep them? What do you do?
Yeah, can we avoid it?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Do you also try to like eavesdrop?
Ooh. Well, I don't think me and Miku and John are really like in the most sneaky position right now. But if Muninn could,
Yeah, I could attempt it.
Sure. I will need sneaky rolls from everyone except Miku, like Illona and Muninn.
Okay.
Actually, not Illona, just Muninn. I forgot.
all right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. Are we taking this roll, or would you like to spend fate points to improve it, Muninn?
This is to eavesdrop, isn't it?
No, this is to not be noticed by them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like I'd like to spend a fate point, but as far as what to invoke, if you just give me 1 second.
This is an overcome roll, technically, and tying on an overcome means Muninn you succeed, but at a negative cost.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I feel like very distrusting and secretive would be the aspect, because more specifically the secretive part. You know, like, yeah.
Makes sense to me. Sure thing. Yeah. As to the negative, you left all of your belongings in that tree, correct? Including like your money, etc., right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I know what the negative thing will be. It just will not happen quite yet. Okay.
Oh no.
Muninn, can you roll me a careful difficulty 2 to like eavesdrop on them as you're passing them by?
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
We'll take the free. We'll take the free, which is good enough regardless. You hear the man on the left, the one wearing a blue coat, talking to the guard, again, not the right term, but the guards, and he's asking, so you haven't seen someone with a hood, dark hood, with a bag with something heavy? And the guard says, no. And the guy in the blue coat swears under his breath. The guy on the right says, I guess that means they must have gone east. I guess so. If they haven't snuck back into the city. You're sure you don't remember anything? Well, and they like look at each other. Well, I think... And the man in the blue coat sighs, all right, and digs in his pockets and produces several coins. And the guard like eagerly takes them. Yeah, I didn't notice it when they first came around, but I think there was a guy in a dark cloak with a teenager, a brawny teenager. They like walked into town, and the two of them like look at each other, and say, the two like actual people look at each other and say, the blue one says, well, I guess we should check the town first, and then we'll follow the road to the east. They can't have gotten far, not with that heavy load. And the man on the right sighs, and they both, how should I say this, mount horses and will proceed into the town.
Rapidoodle.
Okay. It's a good thing I didn't let them see me in that case.
If you're wondering what the negative thing was like the guards remembering, oh yeah, there was a guy that passed us by, but we didn't pay him much attention.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay. All right, cool. As long as the sort of two people have like sort of passed by and there's like no chance that they could hear us or whatever, I sort of want to talk with Illona and
Miku's also there, sure.
Yeah, and Miku, yeah. So I feel like as soon as Muninn feels it's safe, Muninn would turn to Illona and Miku and be like, those two, like pointing to the two men on the horseback. And Muninn would say like,
can you both give me careful rolls? You don't know them personally, but I might like reveal more information about them. Muninn,
okay.
Muninn, you're unaware. Illona, you know that the guy on the right look like his clothes remind you of like Ziemi nobleman clothes. The Ziemi are Jean's people.
Right.
Miku will say he doesn't need to roll. Well, the one in blue, he's clearly a constable. Why? Did you do something?
I just want to warn you, I overheard their conversation, like Muninn would say. I just overheard their conversation. I'm pretty sure they're looking for me.
Crap, what did you do?
I may have acquired a few sort of very expensive books that didn't belong to me. And they said that they were looking for someone that fit my description. Don't think that's a coincidence.
Shit.
Would you have told them before of the books? Because otherwise, why would they follow you to the opposite side of town?
True.
That's true. I don't know.
Well, they probably have.
Yeah, they probably have in that case, yeah. In which case, Muninn would say, so the books that we're trying to get back, I think they're trying to sort of find me because of that, basically.
All right. Is there anything we can do to like make you change your appearance a bit, so you're not as easily recognizable?
Well, they did say they're looking for someone in a black cloak with a heavy bag. So maybe...
And a brawny teenager.
And a brawny... Oh, that's true. And a brawny teenager. So I feel like Anghel might be in a little bit of trouble too. Like if they're...
Yeah, and he doesn't know.
Oh, I feel bad.
I feel like Muninn would realize this and say, sort of try and take, so the shoulder, so like the side of that Illona is like holding the guy from or whatever. Muninn would try and sort of take it so that Muninn is holding them, and sort of say to Illona, like, look, they're also looking for Anghel. I think you need to go in there and like warn him.
Alright. I'll do so.
Okay.
I'll meet you by the tree later. I'll come back for it. Or do you wanna...
Before you like decide that, like with all your like wanderings and readings, evening is approaching. And again, your like stated goal was to leave the town via the west. You're on the eastern side. Would you go back to the east to go back west? Well, also considering the fact that you might look for lodgings here, all that good stuff. Just something to keep in mind. You guys decide.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, Anghel also knows that what they did is sort of illegal, and they...
Yeah, he does know that.
I don't know.
I guess
Should we...
I guess you could leave it to his own devices, and we'll hope for the best.
It's like if I run there, either how they're on horseback, they're way faster.
I mean, they're not like rushing on their horses. I would still require a
Yeah,
roll
they are
from
looking.
you. Yeah, I would still require a roll from you, Illona, but it will not be that difficult. The more difficult part would be like trying to not be noticed by them.
I don't know.
To be
Should we-
honest, Anghel has a stunt that might help him.
True.
So maybe we don't need to worry too much.
Okay. Then we keep going to the tree, I guess. If it's okay with you, Moon.
Yeah, that's okay with me.
Right?
Okay. You would reach the tree without difficulty. I'm going to do a roll. Okay, and your bag with the books are still there.
Oh, thank God. In which case, Muninn would breathe like a sigh of relief and place as much into the bag as possible after taking it out of the tree, and sort of like nod to Illona and be like, "Okay, I've got everything."
Whoa! Did you steal their treasury? What did you take? Says Miku.
I simply, you could say that. I simply sort of took into my possession some like these books for not for monetary purposes, but for the knowledge that they hold.
Oh, I didn't know you were a priest.
I'm not a priest. I'm a scholar. And these are more sort of historical texts, etc. Except for this one, sort of like Muninn sort of motions to the one that they haven't actually, like the less expensive one, because I don't think Muninn actually has looked to see what kind of book it is yet.
Is that silver?
Yeah, silver. And this one's made of gold. The like motioning to the really expensive one.
Do you know how much that can go for?
It's not for selling, Miku. I'm gonna read these.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
You should keep an eye on Miku.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem necessarily like, how should I say this, mischievous or like planning something, more like bewildered.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So you retrieve the books. Now the reason you put them there was, well, how are we gonna sneak them back into town? And well, we arrive back at the same issue.
Luckily, that's what I'm here for. I can be the bag carrier, and in the worst case scenario, I have the stunt to like. I can escape. I guess with the books then as well, if I carry them.
That could work. If not, I was thinking maybe I could go to the west, sort of outside of the city, if that makes sense. Because that's where we're ending up, sort of on the road.
Like surround the city, basically?
Yeah, basically.
So go through the forest, you mean?
Sort
of on the outskirts, basically.
Yeah, but again, it depends. Like, do you think you'd need me, sort of thing?
Maybe it's better that Muninn and Anghel aren't seen together, actually.
Yeah, that's true. Because I was thinking earlier, like, oh, Muninn could change their clothes and it would be a disguise. But then if they're seen with Anghel, it probably wouldn't matter.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds good. Then me and Miku go with Sean back.
Yeah.
Do you need anything extra for like? I guess they were also heading like that way, not into the forest necessarily, but like,
Also,
sort of the same direction.
Something to keep in mind. At this point, Illona, you and Miku, not only are you dragging Jean around, but you're also carrying like 10-kilogram books each. Like, these things are massive and they're laden with metal.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I thought Muninn took them then.
Oh, well, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. My bad. Carry on.
Yeah, I feel like I see what you mean. Like, if we went in to the city, like if I went in with you, I would carry Jean, and then Illona, you would just carry the books. But then, obviously, if I was to go into the forest outside the city, I would obviously still carry the books, and then you would carry Jean with Miku.
Yeah.
Disregard what I said. Carry on.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm cool with going. Like I said, I'm cool with going outside the city because it decreases the chance of them recognizing me with Anghel.
Yeah.
Do you need anything like else for protection? I guess that if there's like bandits or so in the forest.
I don't think so. I mean, I have like a dagger, so I don't think I'd need anything in particular.
Okay. Then I think it's a good idea.
Awesome.
Sure.
It's just so funny to me that Jean is like lolling there between you, all the like back and forth. Like,
We're discussing this.
Also, Illona and Miku, like, the guards didn't like pay. Like, the reason the guards didn't like pay attention to you was like, oh, there's two people carrying their drunk friend around, like probably to his house in the nearby village, and now they're coming back in with him. Like, you can still roll sneaky, but it'll be a more difficult roll, cause yeah.
Is there any way we can like take an extra turnaround so we don't have to encounter them?
From the like eastern side, as you see on the map, it's either the road where the guards are, through the monastery, through people's backyards, or through the forest circumventing.
Okay, I guess we passed them, but as we passed them, I'm like, I can't believe I forgot this. Then we have to go back again.
Well, what? We forgot something? What? Says Miku.
The keys to his house. I forgot them. How are we supposed to drop him off if I don't have the keys?
What? He has a house to the east?
Stay with me, okay?
Roll your sneaky. Miku will not be assisting you.
No? Okay. Shit.
Well, would you like to spend fate points to improve that, or shall we take the failure?
I do want to spend a fate point. I do want that.
Again, Teeironor overcome would mean you succeed, but at a negative cost.
I'll play with that. That's fine.
Well, what are you invoking?
I'm invoking Illona's Master of Escape, I think.
Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah, you make your way past the guard. You maybe see them like glance in your direction, like, and the like lines are like the dots are starting to connect in their minds, but they're not quite there yet. And by the time you pass them, they've like moved on to thinking about something else. As to the negative thing that happens, let me think about that while we check up on Munin's little trick. Muninn, can you give me a careful roll difficulty too? Okay, well that's a success with style, so yeah. As you're walking through the forest, you won't be like disturbed or anything, but one persistent thing that you're hearing, even though it's like evening, approaching evening, late afternoon, it's not like night or whatever. A persistent thing you're hearing is the howling of wolves, and with that like success with style, aka with a 3-point difference, sometimes you even hear human screams in the distance.
Oh god. That's not good. Me as Deli feels tempted to investigate, but I feel like with with this cargo and stuff like that, and the fact that I'm on my own, I think Muninn would just carry on as as normal, trying to sort of get out of the woods, I suppose.
Sure. Meanwhile, Anghel, as you're like listening on to Joseph's droning and various mood swings and all of that good stuff, you will see 2 people approaching the market on horseback. And,
oh boy, okay.
Unless you want to use your stunt, I will require a sneaky roll from you.
Like he knows, he can tell that they're like he can tell it's a constable, right?
Yeah. You can tell at least the guy on the left, the blue shirted guy is.
Okay. Sneaky. If I use a sneaky, I can't use a stunt. Like if it doesn't work out well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So I'm asking you to like decide right now.
It shoots. I mean, okay, I guess I can just do the stunt then. Use the stunt.
Okay. So basically you would be dismissed as unimportant if they see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'll check to see if they like see you at all. Because of your stunt, even if they see you, they will like dismiss you as unimportant. But this is to check if like 20 sessions from now they remember, oh yeah, we saw you that one time. Okay.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, they see the shit out of you, let's say. But they say, oh, just like another local peasant, and they wander off. Like they march with their horses into their market, disturbing a lot of like the people who are just like doing their shopping. But they realize, oh crap, it's a constable and someone who looks like a nobleman. We should leave them alone.
I do wonder what the CME nobleman is doing. Like, how is he concerned?
Shrug.
Okay.
Joseph will say, what do you think that was about?
And he's like shaking his head. I don't know. I have nothing to do with this.
can you roll me a sneaky versus Joseph's careful? This is like to see if he like notices that something's
That's
off.
on. Yeah.
Well, let me return to telling you about my favorite person in the world, Miron. And he like returns to his story.
So like him though.
Sure. And I think Muninn, you'd probably be the slowest because you're carrying the books around and you're like walking through uneven terrain, unlike Illona and Miku and Jean.
Also, I'm just like, are we meeting him like outside the city? Like,
The nobleman?
Muninn. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
well,
Yeah.
Anghel, the last thing you know is we're meeting at the marketplace. That's the
right.
last
So
thing you know.
Illona needs to tell him. Right. Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense.
The nobleman also invited you guys at his estate, but of course you're free to like forego that, with the caveat that like evening is approaching. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Muninn, again, you'll be the slowest because you're carrying around stuff and you're walking on uneven terrain. So let me roll something once again to see if people notice that something's off with Jean. Nope, they don't notice or care. Yeah, and eventually, yeah, Illona and Miku, as you're carrying around Jean, you will walk into like the central marketplace area unless you decide to like go somewhere else. And yeah, you see Joseph droning on to a very bored. I don't want to put words in your mouth, Show&Tell. What's like Anghel's expression?
Yeah, bored, kind of like, kind of resigned. I don't know, something like suffering.
Sure. Yeah. You
Yeah,
see,
I hear the like, why are we still here? Just to suffer in my head.
Exactly.
you see this, Illona and of Miku.
I'm very pleased to see it. We'll like go towards them and kind of like wave a bit, you know.
Anghel, do you notice them? And you're
Yeah.
like, okay.
He's like avidly like, oh yeah, finally, let's go.
Joseph will also notice, and he'll walk with Anghel to Illona, and he'll notice Jean and say, "But what happened to him?"
He yeah. Long story. Basically, I think we should get going, right?
Oh well, I have some good news. As Anghel just saw, there's a good friend of mine, Miron. He's a nobleman, a boyar who lives in this city, and he invited us to stay the night at his estate. He looks very excited.
That's very kind of him. Although we had to kind of stay low key, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Why did something happen?
Illona like looks at Anghel, not questioningly or like judgmental, just like kind of stuck.
Judgmental?
Huh?
Judgmental because he didn't tell him or what?
No, nothing like that. She just like looks a bit questioning, like what should I say? How much do I give away?
Well, I don't know what happened, but he like looks at you, Anghel, and says, "He's a nobleman. Maybe he can get us an audience with the prince."
Oh no! I said right the thing that's gonna make Anghel like hesitate.
And then he turns to Illona and Miku and says, "Plus, again, luxurious accommodations. Honestly, sleeping on the ground in a bandit camp isn't my idea of a good night's rest." Well, I leave the decision up to you, of course. But Miku says, "I want to go." Well, is that right? I don't know.
What about Muninn?
Oh, where is he? Says Joseph.
I think Illona like ignores that and looks at Miku, like still asking the question, what about Muninn?
Uh, I, if you want, I can run to get him, and we can. He like lowers his voice to whisper, hide the things somewhere again. I don't know.
Honestly, that feels a bit risky. I don't like that.
Oh no.
Well, Anghel, he's waiting outside the city, and we should kind of keep his name, or like, out of our mouths for now, because he is sort of wanted here.
What? Says Joseph.
Yeah, we gotta help him out, you know? We don't talk about him. We just meet up.
Well, he like hesitates and says, Angel, we are after the same goal, right?
Oh no.
I guess we could split up as well. Like, if you, Anghel and Joseph wanna, and Miko, I guess, wanna be here.
Well, where would you go and stay? The next village isn't too far off, but be inconvenient to split us up, says Joseph.
We'll manage. I don't know, maybe next village, or maybe we camp.
Joseph shrugs.
Either. Up to you guys.
Ashen, can I give you a compel?
Alright.
Again, this is a compel, but it does not mean that, like, this is, like I'm pushing you, I'm railroading you as a DM, okay? This is just treated as a compel. You're free to refuse if you'd like. I would like to compel your exiled Tivian noblewoman, specifically the noblewoman part, that it's been months, probably years, since you've had a good night's rest, some proper supper, and you've just been invited to a noble's estate. It's hard to resist.
I think it would be interesting if I take the offer, so I will do.
Okay. Here's a fate point.
Dankeschön. Sorry about it.
For what?
Well, we were all abandoning Muninn, or
Yeah.
I'm
Good luck.
The compel isn't that you abandon Muninn, but rather that
right.
of the two options, your option is go to sleep at like this guy's estate. If like majority vote says no, we're moving on, then it's fine that you move on. But like your vote will be we're going to this nobleman's estate.
Okay. I think overall Angus also, he wants to take up, the chance of, I don't know how long, like what, okay. What did Joseph say, that he's going to introduce us to the prince or something?
That he will probably be able to secure an audience with the prince.
Oh, like by sending a letter or something? Giving us...
He didn't mention,
I'm trying to understand like what this means, but okay. Anyway, yeah, Anghel, I think, is very interested in that.
Above board, it could be a letter of recommendation. It could be that the guy actually comes with you and, like, by his presence, ensures you have an audience. It could be either of those. Either way, it's not something to be discarded, but doesn't mean that, how should I say this? It doesn't mean that there won't be other ways to get in contact with the prince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we do have those letters. Anghel doesn't know about them, but one of them is supposed to be sent to the prince, right?
Yeah, the one that just says, I'm still alive, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Very interesting. I don't know if delivering those news will really make us okay, so what do we do about Muninn? Someone needs to meet up with them, and
Yeah, we
Or I
also. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I could camp in the woods.
As you hear the screams of the dying from the forest.
Sweet bliss.
I guess, like, we also have Sean to worry about. As long as he's in the city and doesn't have amnesia or something, he's gonna wanna free his mates. Should I go into the forest and, like, tie him up? Hope he survives.
Oh,
Reach in the
Jesus.
morning.
Oh shit. Oh god. Can the boar help in any way with that? Like,
With freeing the slaves? I mean, he can purchase them and then free them if you like convince him to spend a large amount of money.
yeah, I don't know.
It's
Probably not.
It's not illegal to sell prisoners of war, so there's no like legality
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he can call upon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Again, it is an option to convince him to buy them. It's just that it will be a significant investment from him. So,
yeah, and we already need like a favor for ourselves, at least as far as Anka's concerned. So, okay.
well, a letter of recommendation is much less effort and much easier than like spending a bunch of money to free slaves.
Okay.
I guess we could always knock him out again.
I guess we can. I guess we can. Poor John. Doesn't get a break. Okay. But what were we doing about Muninn, though? For real.
If you take over, I mean, Anghel, if you take over my part of the carrying job, I could go and tell him the news and then meet you back up.
Okay. Let's do that.
All right.
Just if you want to, like, a bit of extra information that might influence your decision, it doesn't have to. Illona and Anghel, you have a quick of 1. Miku has a quick of 2.
Go Miku.
I just hope the red shirt dude with the hat, you know, the one he stole the shirt from, isn't there.
Last you saw him, he was like in the market selling the slaves.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good idea that Miku goes instead.
I don't mind going.
Thanks, you're the best.
He doesn't look you in the eye.
Why? Why?
Oh,
Because he's embarrassed?
Because he's trying to hide his blush.
Oh, okay. I was like, shit, what is he up to? Okay.
He's gonna steal the books. No.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Is it a good idea to just like appear at this boyer's house with like this drunk man?
Of course not.
Hi.
Joseph is still like insisting that you go even after he saw Jean's state. So
Okay. I mean, it's Joseph's reputation and friendship on the line here, but so if he agrees, I guess.
to be fair, he's also a very optimistic person.
Yes. Okay.
Let's go then. To the rich people place.
Well, Muninn, can you roll me a quick, and I'll also roll Miku's quick to see which of you gets to like the western exit first.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
You
Muninn is
arrive,
really
you arrive with time to spare, probably like motivated by the fact that you don't want to be in that forest. And as you like sit, well, like arrive at the western exit of the town, you see that there are quote-unquote guards there as well, though they don't appear to be like actively doing their duty, let's say. They look very bored, and they don't notice you coming out of the forest because you're a bit far off, and you don't see any of your compatriots yet because of that difference.
Okay. I think for now, Muninn would sort of keep out of sight and just sort of wait with a close eye on the entrance / exit.
Yeah, and
Side out of mind, baby.
oh jeez.
Throw back to the good times.
And yeah, after probably like 10 to 20 minutes, if you're willing to wait that long, you will see Miku rushing out of the town.
Okay, so Muninn will be a bit confused, like, oh, why is only Miku like sort of here? But when Miku is sort of assuming that the guards didn't apprehend Miku or anything like that,
They like give him a curious look, like, what's that guy all about? But they don't do anything.
Okay. In which case, when Miku is close enough, I feel like Muninn would give him a whistle just to say, look over here, I'm here, sort of thing.
Can you give me a flashy difficulty too? Yeah.
Okay.
You are heard. Yeah, he sees you and like runs up to you and says, Muninn, good news. A boyar invited us to stay over.
Stay over? What? Stay over where?
At his estate. Can you imagine the food we'll get? And we'll sleep on actual beds.
That sounds too good to be true. Where is this estate?
Somewhere in the city. Apparently the guy's a friend of Joseph's.
Somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
Miku, I can't go in the city. Not with these books. Like, people are looking for me.
Do you want to hide them in another tree? I can help you.
Muninn would sigh and be like, where is everyone else? Are they already on their way to the estate?
Yeah, they probably should have arrived by now.
Curses. And they sent you to tell me...
and get you, yeah, and help you if you need help.
Okay. I feel like Muninn would sort of wait for it and think for a minute.
Think of the food. And bed. Can you imagine?
I'm just wondering, how big is... how sort of... It sounds like a weird question. How baggy are Miku's clothes?
Not baggy enough to carry those books.
Okay.
He's basically wearing a shirt and trousers. They're kind of baggy, but not enough to fit like those massive books. Even like a medium-sized book, it wouldn't fit.
Okay, and...
Oh yeah, and the shirt is stained with wine, but that doesn't really matter.
Above board, the guys that are looking for Muninn aren't... Obviously, they're not they weren't seen near the guy that offered to stay at his estate, you know? Just to confirm if that makes sense.
No.
As far as the people know.
No, they don't. They didn't those characters didn't interact as far as you saw.
Okay, cool. So Muninn would sort of Muninn's thinking they would reluctantly agree to enter the like go and like meet everyone at the estate, but they're just wondering like they would say to Miku like, look, I don't want to leave these in the woods again. I it's lucky enough that no one found them the first time.
Well, maybe I know that the estate is sort of at the southern exit of the town, pretty close to the exit. Maybe we can circumvent the town and go straight in instead of through the town. I don't know.
Okay, that does. Muninn would look at Miku and be like, "That does actually help. Thank you." Miku, would you come with me to the estate, like not through the town, but the way that you said?
Well, yeah, I'm here to help you.
Okay, perfect. In which case, Muninn would nod and say thank you, and be like, okay, well, we're gonna have to go through the forest again, and I'm just warning you now, be careful. I heard there were wolves and like cries of people scream, like, you know, cries of agony, you know, so
yeah, his expression turns like makes a 180 from like a helpful smile to like full-blown horror.
But they were miles and miles and miles into the forest, and you have me. All I'm saying is, don't make a sound.
He looks at your forceful zero muscles and says, "Yeah, I have to you. Yeah, yeah."
I shouldn't have told him that.
Well, the quicker we get through with this, the better. I'll help you carry the bag, but maybe we should run. I don't know.
No, it's okay. You don't have to help me with the bag. You just, I would just appreciate if you just showed me where like the estate is, and like help me in.
Oh, right. And he like starts motions for you to come as you circumvent the town once again.
Okay, perfect.
And as you do, you don't need to roll again because you just kind of know what you're expecting. Yeah, you once again hear the howls of wolves. This time, like, even more of them. Not so much screams this time, but yeah.
They're all dead.
Okay. I feel like Muninn. I feel like Muninn would say like, "Oh, there's not as many of them." Actually, if I lied, I'd have to roll, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Muninn wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, Jean, terrified, is like he's walking ahead. You're probably a bit slower because you're carrying a heavy bag, and he's like walking ahead, like then looking impatiently and walking ahead, looking impatiently. He's not like saying anything, but it's clear that he is very, very terrified. Okay.
I feel like I would sort of be close at his back and like just keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meanwhile, Anghel and Illona, who's carrying Jean again?
Both of us, I think, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure. Well, sure. As you're walking, Joseph, as he did with Anghel, regales you with various stories about this nobleman. How much attention are you paying, Illona?
A bit. Like, not full on invested, but still, like, kind of entertained by this.
You get the gist that he is a veteran and that he likes writing histories, writing books, and that he's a nice guy and the nicest guy ever, and we're friends, and I want him to be the best man at the wedding. He doesn't specify which wedding, but when he said right after he says the wedding, he like goes silent for a little bit and says anyway and moves on to another topic, blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah, and eventually you would make your way to the estate, you see a guardsman at the entrance, as he says, "What's your business?" "Oh, Joseph." He like recognizes Joseph and extends a hand, and Joseph shakes it very enthusiastically, and says, "We've been invited." I know. Well, come on in. But what happened to him?" Looking at Jean.
He drank a bit too much and like hit his head and stuff. Long story short, we gotta take care of him.
Let me do a roll. Okay. If you guys remember, in the previous session, we established that it's difficulty 6 for them to realize that something's off. So he doesn't realize. Okay. If you say so. Come on in. Lord Miron is waiting for you, and yeah, as you enter, the guard says, "Master, they're here," and yeah, the door will eventually open to reveal this nobleman who like walks forward very enthusiastically and like embraces Joseph, and Joseph hugs him back, and he then like turns to you, Illona, and says, more visitors. You're friends of Joseph, I'm guessing." And Joseph says, yes, this is
Did I call myself Michelle before? When I I think I did.
That was in the other campaign.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll say Illona. I hope he doesn't like recognize me or anything.
You're not from here, are you?
No, I've been traveling a lot. Keeping busy.
Where are you from? I actually, funnily enough, I do have some other guests. They're here all the way from Tivia. Come to think of it. We might exchange stories of our travels. You know, I'm a bit of a veteran myself. I've been to Ziemilechia. I've even been to Brightland at one point.
Wow, that sounds awesome. If you excuse me, I just have to go to the restroom first.
Oh, sure. Of course. The restroom is the backyard.
Alright. Will it be noticed if I go out there?
You can go behind the house, pretty much.
Yeah, I go there.
You go there.
And then what?
I don't know. Cry.
Meanwhile,
Does Anghel know that you're from Tibia? Like, does he know?
I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
I don't think she's mentioned it. No.
Mhm.
You Show&Tell no, because obviously. But...
Yeah. Also, I was thinking about Miko and Muninn when they show up. Will the guard let them in? Okay, I don't know.
Well, for another day, huh?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the nobleman says, "Well, what happened to him?" Not noticing Jean. And Joseph says he's had a bit to drink, I think, right? He looks at Anghel like, "Is that what happened?"
Yeah, Anghel nods. Yeah.
Can you give me
Eagerly.
a sneaky?
Sneaky. Okay.
Oh, well, early drinker, I suppose. Well, come on, I'll have the servants show you to your rooms, and then after you're all settled in, we can meet up for dinner. He says with a smile. And he will instruct one of the other guards. When Lady Illona comes back, do escort her to her room and tell her that we'll all meet up for dinner. And the guard gives a nod, and the boy eagerly says, "Come on in."
Alright.
Do you go in, Anghel?
It's Joseph thinking about I don't know. Can you remind him of Muninn? like to say something?
Say is not the right word, but
Yeah, I mean, like for Joseph to say something, basically.
I'm going to roll a d20 to see if Joseph remembers Muninn.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
If it's above 10, he remembers.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, actually, there's two other companions that are going to come here. One with a dark cloak, and another bloke, a man, mustache, ponytail. Let me do a roll regarding something. Man with a dark cloak.
Oh no.
Weren't the constables looking for a man with a dark cloak? Joseph shrugs. I don't know. Well, I guess that's not particularly descriptive. Sure. He can come in. I'll let the guards know to let him in when they arrive. And Joseph looks satisfied.
Oh. They're gonna find it very suspicious when the guards don't let him in, let them know.
I mean, and they have the books too.
Yeah. Oh.
Shit.
It's funny having this like insight, despite the fact that
Yeah.
having this insight out of character. Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man.
I just have a question regarding the compel. I still have to sleep here, right? Because that was the agreement. Or is it just like that I can bail because of that information?
I mean, you can bail, but at this point, like with it's evening and all that, at this point, you would have to find some other lodging unless you like want to sleep in the forest. Forest apparently filled with murder.
Nice.
Oh no.
Can I like when I'm in the backyard, can I like peek in through the window and like if I see someone that potentially would recognize me or that I recognize?
No windows, again, just holes in the wall. It's a multi-story building. If you peek in at the bottom, you don't even need to roll because the smell is apparent enough. At the bottom, you'll see the kitchens and servants preparing all sorts of fancy meals. Not as fancy as you're used to back home, but still fancy compared to like the local grub here.
All right. Is there anything else I can see? Like any guests?
You're looking at the kitchens, so nothing there. You'd also see what looks to be like a dining room that looks to be pretty nice, but you don't see anyone there.
Okay. I don't know what to do. I'm just like buying time in the backyard.
If you like stay there, you hear a voice of a guard. Ma'am, are you alright back there?
I'm good. Just enjoying the night air, you know?
Alright. Lord Miron told me whenever you're ready to escort you to your room. Let me know.
Oh, it's fine. You can just tell me where it is. I think I'd like to stay here for a moment.
Oh, maybe you can. Okay, I don't know if you want to risk it. Maybe you can like go to your room and then kind of stay there and say you're feeling unwell or something. I don't know.
It's a good idea, actually.
The question is if you're going to come across one of the guests while you go to your room.
I think I'm willing to risk that. I'll do it.
Okay. I mean,
Up to you.
I think like if I just stay out there the whole night, that's weird as well.
kind of weird. Yeah.
Eventually, people will have to go. You know, I won't He's super secure here. Yeah, I go up with him to the room.
Okay.
Like as I go, can I like kind of like hold one hand above my head or something, like sort of hiding it, pretending I'm ill, you know?
Yeah, you don't even need to roll because his mind was already going there with how long you spent at the quote-unquote bathroom. And he says,
All right.
Lord Miron will have some good grub for you, not that swill that the peasantry get.
Thank
Nice,
you.
even good food. I was wondering about that, but good.
He will escort you to your room. As you enter, you see that it's not like, don't think like it's a palatial estate or whatever. It's let me think of like some meter by meter dimensions. It's 4 by 3 meters, let's say. That on that size of a room with a bed. You have also like a hole in the wall again, and a dresser, and yeah, a place to chill, pretty much.
Awesome. I thank the guard for escorting me there, and can I lock the room?
Oh yeah, you can.
I do so. Awesome. Great.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Meanwhile, Anghel, you would have also been led to your room. The guard would offer, this is optional, would offer that if you'd like to stay in the same room as Joseph, or you can have a separate room.
And John?
Jean will get his own separate room, and the guard, this you can stop him, of course, but the guard will like try to take him from your arms and gently place him in the bed.
Okay. I guess that's fine.
Okay.
Definitely not a room with Joseph, though.
Sure.
Enough of his babbling for one day.
Yeah, the guard will say, well, as soon as your friend in the dark cloak arrives, I imagine supper will be ready by then. I'm sure we'll call for you to come to the dining room. It's just downstairs.
Go nods. Can you? I mean, how do you say thanks? Like, I'm trying to think, because all that comes to mind is like bowing or something. That's totally Asian.
I mean, a nod is good enough.
Right.
He doesn't speak very much, says Joseph, giggling a little bit.
At all, you mean? Fine.
Since you have a chance to rest, Illona and Anghel, I will remove your stress and consequences.
Oh wow, I've been carrying those for a while. I remember last time you told me that I needed rest to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Before we check up on Muninn, Anghel and Illona, now that you are in your own rooms, what do you do while you wait?
I want to see what happens if I peek through the hole in the wall. Is it like to another room? Is it outside?
You see the
Okay.
forest.
Nice.
You can jump through it, but it's a 1-story drop, so it'll be a bit
Oh,
dangerous.
It's that big a hole. Nice. Drafty. Chill.
There are you can whatchamacallit, there's drapes, is that the right word, that you can pull.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Won't help you that much with the cold, but it's summer, so it's not too bad. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Anghel, do you do something in your room?
Probably carve something, but random. But I don't know. Just
Sure,
to
sure,
while
sure.
away the time.
You chill. Yeah. You have some peace and quiet, and probably one of the most comfortable rooms you've ever seen.
Oh, I guess that he kind of walks around, kind of relishing it for a while too.
Mm-hmm. I think I mentioned this in private at one point, Show&Tell, when we were discussing Anghel's backstory, but I imagine, like, in Anghel's household, just because, like, peasants aren't that rich, you probably would have been, like, sleeping in the same bed as your parents and maybe any other relatives you might have had.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So, Muninn, as you walk through the forest with Miku and hear the shouting, the howling of wolves, a very creepy forest. Anghel and Illona, you would also hear the howling of wolves, but I don't know if you'd like make anything of it because it's almost nighttime at this point.
All right.
Muninn, you approach the entrance to the town, and Miku points you to the house that's like the big estate house that's like right at the entrance. Basically, you don't even have to deal with the guards at the entrance to the town.
Okay. So, just to clarify, are there like fences and stuff like surrounding the garden, or?
Yeah, the estate is not even fenced, walled off, like with a stone wall.
Yeah.
Houses don't really have fences.
Okay. In that case, I feel like Muninn would probably want to get obviously one of the terms or whatever that they used to describe Muninn was a hooded person. So I feel like
with a heavy bag, yeah.
Yeah.
And dark
So
cape. But I would say like the color of your cape matters less because it's not daytime.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I was thinking regardless, like maybe Muninn could get rid of their cape in like before, because I mean they're less willing to get rid of the bag, but they'd probably get rid of the cape. But like in order to, so are the walls like how can I describe it? Are there like not spikes, but are there like
oh jeez.
Yeah, are there like jagged objects on the top of the walls?
No, it's basically like a stone wall, pretty much. It's
Okay.
like how tall would it be? 2 meters, 2.5 meters tall-ish wall. Like,
okay.
With the help of Jean, you might be able to scale it, but if you're caught inside without like walking through the front gate, that would be suspicious.
Okay.
Wait, with Sean? What?
Well, like with Jean, like hosting you up, is what I'm thinking.
Miku.
Not
yeah,
Jean.
I was gonna say.
Fuck's sake. My bad.
I
My
got
bad.
confused. I was like, what?
My bad. Miku, yeah.
He's awake.
Okay. Well, I feel like I feel like Muninn would probably still try to like scale the wall. As much as I know, like out of character, like the guards are expecting Muninn, and therefore like the guy. I feel like Muninn, like unaware of that, would just try to scale in anyway.
Okay. Give me, with Jean helping you, a careful difficulty 4, I guess, to like scale the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You're not an athletic person, that's why the high difficulty.
Okay. Ooh.
That's a 4 with Miku. My bad. With Miku helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you scale the wall. Miku is left on the other side because he like hosted you up.
Okay. Just to confirm, by the way, is it like cool to like, is it cool like if Muninn had left their cloak or whatever like behind, like before they scaled the wall?
Sure.
Okay.
No worries, sure.
Okay. Perfect.
Do I walk in through the front gate? What do I do?
Yeah, I mean, they're expecting you. Like, then I assume they're expecting you. So, just I feel like it would be fine if you walked in. No.
Sure. What about you? You just wander in? without the guards noticing? What's your plan?
I feel like I should. Out of character. Good question. I feel like Muninn might try and get in without being noticed at all, and maybe like try and find either Illona or Anghel, or even oh no, Miku's with me. Sorry, so like probably either Illona or Anghel.
Okay.
So
I have, like, I'm wondering, is there like a place that you can stow the books while you go through because if you don't have the cloak and you don't have the books.
Yeah, could I look around? Like, I feel like this is a safer place in some respects to like hide the books. Could I look around to see whether or not there is anything good?
Can you give me a careful check, and according to the roll, we'll see.
Yeah.
The grass on like the back of the estate isn't well taken care of. It's grown very, very tall, I guess, and it's nighttime.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you know what? I don't know, maybe not. I was going to say, do you know what? If I had brought the cloak with me, immediately regretting my decision. If I had brought the cloak with me, I probably would have put the bag in the grass, in the tall grass, and then put the cloak on top of the bag. I don't know. Could I, perhaps... The only other thing I'm thinking of is like to dig a small hole. But maybe that would be more noticeable.
And with bare hands will take your time.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'd probably Muninn would probably try and like hide the bag in like the tall grass, albeit very, very reluctantly. Like as much as Muninn wants to keep the bag on them, they don't have very much plausible deniability if they are caught in the you know.
Okay. I will say that like if like there's someone wandering in the back of the estate and they won't like be looking for the books or the bag, but like the chances of them finding it at nighttime it will be a difficulty 4, and in daytime it will be a difficulty 2.
Okay, that makes sense.
Muninn should probably like slip the books into his room or something as soon as he can. If he can.
What,
or
so
not,
like...
Or not. And then he needs to head out with them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your call.
Oh, so like walk in, be like, "Hi, I'm here. I just
exactly.
Yeah, and then go to bed in air quotes, and then wait a few hours, and then go outside, get the books, come back in when everyone's asleep, sort of thing."
Yeah, I'm thinking, but then you'll have to like sneak them out again. So that's
that's true. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a good idea though. I was also thinking like maybe getting up very early before everyone else does, and then getting the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works, I guess. And then kind of waiting for the others to like join you at some point.
Yeah, no, I think that works. Because like I said, if someone, it would be less suspicious if I just, I think that makes sense. I would just leave the books outside, and then like whenever we go to leave or whatever, Muninn would attempt to like wake up very, very early.
Okay.
I
think it does make sense.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, I feel like after sort of finding a spot, Muninn would. I tell you what, could I like? I've got another plan. Could I sort of has Miku already like wandered off?
If you go to check, you will hear him. Muninn, Muninn, are you there?
Okay, Miku, I'm here. I've placed the bag somewhere. I need you to lift me back out of, or I need you to try and lift me back out of the like over the wall again.
Okay. I'll need another careful check, difficulty 5 this time, because Miku's not hosting you up. We have to like clamber up and then he'll help you back down. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, oh no.
3. Okay. I will say, because it's not like a critical failure, it's just a failure. With great effort, you manage to make your way back to like the top of the wall. But like maybe you're feeling your muscles like give out for a hot second, and you like drop to the ground on the other side. And I'm going to roll something.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's always like.
Can you give me your forceful, Muninn?
Okay.
You take 2 points of damage from the fall.
That's great.
Okay.
Which
That's not.
Yeah, it will go away provided you have a chance to rest. But if you like jump straight into a fight or whatever, yeah.
Okay, that's not so bad. Okay. In which case, Muninn would like.
Shit,
Like-
are you alright?
I'm fine. Just don't worry about me. And Muninn would like sort of get up and
He'll
sort of
help
dust
you.
himself off.
Yeah, he'll help you get up. And he'll
Okay.
also like comically dust you off.
Sweet.
Could I guess like would it be damage to like my ankle or something like that, or?
It can be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As Muninn sort of like stands up, they would like topple like a tiny bit, be like and like seethe. Like-
Miku will try to catch you.
Okay.
Do you need help
okay.
walking or?
No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. Let's just get into this place.
Okay, your call. And yeah, you walk to the front of the estate. And I'm assuming you approach the guards.
Mm-hmm.
They you have your cloak on, or
No, not this time.
the guards say, see you approach and say, "Who are you?"
As in they asked me specifically.
Both of you.
Both of you. Okay, I'd sort of let Miku answer first, or for us, either or.
Oh, we are guests, and we are guests of Lord Miron, was it? Yes. Well, he mentioned someone with a mustache and ponytail, but who the hell are you?
I am friends of the two guests, Anghel and... Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, out of character. Well, actually, I don't know if I'd know that. Muninn wouldn't know that. Whether or not they used fake names. I am... sort of... Muninn would sort of, like, be quite cautious and say... Oh, I am an associate of the...
I think you should mention Joseph's name.
Yeah?
Joseph is a friend.
Okay. In which, yeah, in that case, yeah, Muninn would say like, "Oh, I'm an associate of Joseph and the other two sort of people, like with them."
Give me a careful check, difficulty 2. What's an associate? Look, we're not giving out alms over here.
Okay. Ooh. I suppose.
We know the other guests. We know Anghel and Illona. he doesn't make the connection. Oh, maybe they gave fake names. You didn't, but if that was something that happened, he doesn't make the connection. And Joseph and the drunk one. The guards look at each other, and I'm gonna roll another careful, this time from Miku. Okay. Where's your dark cloak then?
I feel like it would be left somewhere like...
No, this is the guard asking.
Oh, sorry, okay. As in they're asking Muninn, where's my dark cloak?
Yeah. I'm guessing you maybe have like a slightly confused expression, then the guard will like quickly clarify. The Lord said that we're to expect someone with a mustache and a ponytail and someone with a dark cloak.
Oh, yeah. About that, I must have. It was old. It was tattered, and had burn sort of stains on it. I guess you could say it was tattered and burnt. I just disposed of it. It was no longer even wearable.
Well, wear it next time. You're making our job difficult, you moron.
I think that would like definitely annoy Muninn, but like they would like bite their tongue.
Well, come on in. Rosh, you show him onto their quarters, and you see a servant walk up and say, "Right this way, my lords."
Okay. Muninn would nod and sort of follow along and like sort of look to Miku like to see if Miku's like follow suit too.
Mm-hmm. He's like looking around with like awe, like almost a tourist. He probably has never been anywhere near as fancy. Okay. And once you're ushered to your room, last thing before we'll sort of end today's session. Do you do anything, Muninn?
I don't think so. Not particularly. One thing I regret like not doing earlier is like having a look at the second book that I got, like while I was waiting for Miku, but obviously I don't have it on me now, so... Oh, I suppose like, could I go to see where Illona is?
The rooms more or less look the same. You'd be making wild guesses unless you ask a servant.
Okay. Muninn would look to the servant and say, "Oh, I'm looking for my friend, the young lady that was like sort of brought here earlier today. I don't suppose you know which room she's in."
Oh, I do, but it's improper for a gentleman to visit a lady at this time of night, sir.
Muninn would like chuckle and be like, "Oh, it's official business. I'll be out the room as soon as possible."
Give me another careful difficulty too. She gives you a look, but escorts you to Illona's room.
Okay.
And as she opens the door, says, "I'll be by the door. I'll hear if something happens."
Thank you very much. I'll be out soon. And sort of
Illona,
Muninn would nod.
Yeah, Illona, you hear, I don't know, a knocking or whatever on your door.
She internally panics and who is it? Who is it?
It's me. I'm here to have a quick chat, Muninn would say.
She opens the doors and closes it really quick behind you. Thank God. Wow.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe what it took to get me in this place. What are we all doing here?
I have no clue, man. I'm sorry about this, but I just really needed a bed right now.
Well, I can't say I would blame you. Well,
about that.
Sorry, go on.
There are some people here that I'm really afraid of. Like, she whispers this, so hopefully the servant can't hear her. There's some people here I really don't want to meet. So, I'll stay here for tonight in this room.
What Muninn would nod and sort of like agree, but question like, oh, what people?
Like where I came before, they might recognize me, and I'm not exactly wanted back there, you know?
Okay, that makes sense. Well, if anything happens, we'll be in the same sort of, we'll be in the same building, so, I mean, either Anghel and I, assuming that he's here.
Yeah, he is. He's with Joseph.
Okay. So I gotta make this quick, because obviously sort of whisper, like, the lady's outside, you know. Gotta make this quick. You said you had a letter for me.
Yes, about that. It's this like huge encryption. She scrambles it like forward to show you. And like, I have no clue how to figure this out. I thought you were the brains here, so maybe you can help me.
I think Muninn would like smirk, like smug.
Above board. I'll say above board. Illona, you can also try to decrypt it, but it will be very, very difficult. More difficult than it would be for Muninn. Basically, because you're also like a noble woman and like used to secret communication. But this is an entirely different cipher.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. I think Muninn would like smug, like be like smirk, like smug at the comment of like, "Oh, you're the brains here" or whatever. And sort of happily take the letter. I assume it's already sort of unsealed at this point.
Yeah, are you gonna take it though? Like,
yeah.
I thought we could sit together and solve this.
Well, we can solve. We can. I mean, I wouldn't mind solving this together, but I mean, like I said, you know, there's the lady waiting outside. I mean, I can take it with me now and decipher it, or I mean, if you'd rather we do it together, I don't mind waiting.
Above board, do remember that you are invited to a meal. Illona can excuse herself, but Muninn will excuse himself as well.
Yeah, I suppose. Sorry, did the sort of maid or whatever like let Muninn know that they're invited to a meal?
I think the servant who escorted you to your rooms would have let you know. My bad.
Okay, that's all right. I feel like Muninn will probably excuse themselves in that case.
Okay. So, just as we end the session, what's the plan? In Muninn and Illona, you're excusing yourselves. Muninn, you're deciphering the letter with or without Illona's help.
I feel like we were sort of deciding that.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
It's okay. I feel it's up to you, Illona, like whether or not you'd want to do it together or not.
I guess it's like more efficient if you do it, so it's completely fine as well.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, in that case, Muninn would sort of take the letter and like sort of nod and like leave the room and let the I keep saying maid, but I know that's not what you said, Teeironor.
You can call her a maid.
Yeah. Okay.
Not too far off.
Yeah. Yeah. So Muninn would nod, take the letter, put it somewhere like under, I don't know, like somewhere like not like I guess hidden, and then like walk out the room.
The maid looks surprised and says, "Oh, that quick?"
Like I said, it was strictly business, and like give him a wink or whatever.
The wink does not convey what you want to convey. Right. Well, the meal should be ready in a couple minutes.
Thank you, but I think I will excuse myself of any sort of meals unless, like, if I basically like saying like, oh, if I need to go and sit down at a dinner table for a meal, I'd rather not, is what Muninn would say.
Oh, I'll let the Lord know. Maybe he'll agree to have your meals brought to you.
That would be nice, thank you. But if just before you enter the room, I would prefer if someone were to knock, if that's okay.
Sure. Please no improper dalliances at night.
Sorry, what was that?
Basically, she's saying don't bring Illona over or don't go to Illona's.
Oh, okay. Moon would nod and be like, yeah, I agree, like, okay, whatever you say.
Okay. She will go to, carry off that message. So that's what Muninn and Illona are doing. What about you, Anghel? When mealtime comes, will you be joining everyone else in the dining room?
Yes. He wants to he wants to see the boy in person and kind of,
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, I think this is a good spot to end today's session. Do you all think?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Illona, Ashen, I think you know why I compelled you.
Yeah.
It all becomes clear in the end.
But yeah, what did you all think of today's session?
I honestly didn't expect us to go to the boy, but then Joseph suddenly was like, "You can help us," and I was like, "Shit."
No, exactly. No, I thought it was a good session today. Like, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. It was very unexpected to come here, but I like it. All in for the journey.
Nice, nice. Shall we move on to our shoutouts?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. Let me roll some dice. Okay. Dear viewers, thank you again for watching and listening to us. The dice have decided that Show&Tell should go ahead first and talk about herself and what she's doing. Can you please go ahead, Show&Tell?
Sure thing. Hi, I'm Show&Tell. I have a YouTube channel on which I react and talk about anime shows for the most part. And you're welcome to join.
Awesome. Thank you. Next, according to the dice, we have Ashen. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Hello, I'm Ash. I have an Instagram where I post stuff I draw. Lately, it's been a lot of musicians, so if you're into, like, Frank Zappa and that kind of shit, then feel free to check me out there.
Awesome. Next, we have Dely. Can you please go ahead, Dely, and talk about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Hi there. My name is Dely. I'm a Goblin VTuber over on Twitch.tv. I stream variety games, so just whatever I'm feeling at the time, and hopefully someday soon, Elden Ring. So if you want to come in, join in, I love seeing new people in the chat.
Nice. Yeah, do check Dely out. Thank you. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series. I do another series focused on the Warcraft universe, and it's a lot of fun. Alright. Other than that, thank you all for watching and listening to us. We'll be back next week, and we'll see you all there. Goodbye, everybody.